Hey, I'm Cam.
I'm Christian.
And this is
Super Lilly
Brothers. Hey, we got it.
I think we got it that time.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
What did I say? What did you say?
I said Superman Brothers.
No, of course you did. Man, I'm definitely gonna miss rush hour. Be late for work now.
Man. I just like to imagine that there's this one guy who keeps moving from city to city to city because they keep getting attacked by monsters or supervillains or whatever the heck else.
He's just, perfectly normal guy, just very normal family. He just, like, everywhere he goes, just misfortune hits. But he's, like, used to it, so he's like,
oh, man.
It's just like a Monday, like that kind of thing.
Like the first one, he absolutely like freaked out and lost his cool, and like all these other people. But now you can look in the background of all these disaster movies, and he's just sitting there like looking at his watch, like just mildly annoyed, like oh my gosh.
Turns out every one of these movies is in the same universe just because of this one guy.
The Melville Cinematic Universe.
The what?
The Melville.
I thought you said Neville. Like Neville Papperman.
It's Neville Packerman.
It's Neville Packerman.
When he grows up. Meaning that iCarly is also in the same universe.
Of course I can't be two girls now. Everywhere I go.
Get attacked by monsters. I move to Metropolis and Zod immediately destroys it.
Can't catch a break.
Can't catch a break. I thought, I'll go all the way to Japan. What could possibly go wrong? Godzilla!
Yeah. Found this new place called Skull Island. I think that's pretty safe neighborhood. That was really aggressive, the way he woke him up.
He just punched him in the face really hard.
His alarm just goes off. Wake up! Wake up!
Wake me up inside!
Save me!
Did you notice what year this movie is set in?
I did not.
The far-off year of 2020.
Wait, this is like a future movie?
Yeah, this is supposed to be a near future movie.
Wait, we're past that.
But how could we be here
if
they're there?
Yeah. It's so funny when you watch these movies and you're like past the year that they're already predicting. For some reason, you like feel better. Just because you live in a better time.
Yeah, I'm over here, I'm like, oh, you think the year 2020 is going to be bad because of monsters.
Let me tell you, yeah.
2020 is going to be a lot worse than that, my friend.
Yeah. It's in a bunch of, like, movies that, like, you've probably heard of, but you've never, like, you've had someone talk to you about, but you've never seen it before yourself.
Yeah.
Like...
Dude, haven't you seen Daisy Chain?
Yeah.
What? No, what's Daisy Chain? Oh, it's the coolest action flick. Because it's always, whenever it's a movie like that, Idris Elba. Whenever it's a movie like that, you've always got that one friend who like swears by it. Who's like, no, this is the best movie that's ever been made.
Yeah.
And then you like look it up on IMDb or on a review site, Metacritic or whatever, and it's like got a 3 out of 10.
It's called like Day of the Apocalypse or something that like sounds like a real movie, but it's just like made with like a budget of like $100.
Well, no, what it is there's an actual movie called Day of the Apocalypse, and your friend is obsessed with Bay of the Apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
the movie they made to try and make money.
Well, I think I mentioned to you before, but this movie itself has a movie like that.
Does it really?
It's called Atlantic Rim.
Oh my, you're kidding me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. The McDonald's spin-off, the Atlantic McRib.
Yeah. I actually do like the music in this movie.
You know who wrote the music, don't you?
Is it Hans Zimmer?
No.
Is it Alan
Silvestri or whatever?
Silvestri.
Nope, not him. You can
those
tell because it doesn't sound
two
generic.
guesses. I don't know.
I have a really hard time pronouncing his name. His name is, and I swear to God, and I'm really sorry if this is really off, y'all. I don't mean it offensively. Ramin Djawadi?
That has to be offensive.
There's no way that's the right word. But
you see what's going on here.
Yeah, they're mind linking.
Mind melding through memory.
Mind
melding.
But the guy, so he doesn't have a lot of movies, but you know the big movie he wrote the music for, Iron Man.
That makes a lot of sense.
Can't you just feel the Iron Man-ness of it? It sounds so good.
Yeah, okay. It's almost the same theme now that I think about it.
It is, but you don't think about it when you hear it. But he's really good at making music that sounds heroic, but also BA, but also... I think that this music is so good at communicating that heaviness, too. Like, it doesn't just feel like heroic music. It feels like specifically heroic music for...
Specifically?
It's specifically. I wonder what ocean they're in right now.
They don't clarify.
But yeah, it makes you feel the weight of the hero. I don't know how to put it, but like, I can just feel the heaviness of these characters. Yeah. Are these the 10 pilots who were in the plane from Superman?
The exact same actors.
We have got to stop going on trips, all 10 of us together!
They're still doing pilot things, even though in the boat now. Golf Niner.
What does that even mean in a boat?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's what I'm here for, baby.
Yes.
You can be as stupid as you want, but that one feeling is right here.
Boom!
Oh, yeah.
I call that the DC Animated Universe punch, because they couldn't punch really hard in those series, or like get too violent in the cartoon universe. So if they wanted to show that someone was punching really hard, and once I say this, you'll never be able to unsee it, they always take both of their fists over their head and go, "Ugh!" and punch down.
In DC movies?
In the DC Animated Universe specifically. They do that over and over and over again.
Sir, don't fade to white, please.
No, he'll survive if we keep the camera on him. Wait, which brother survived? I can't tell.
It's just both these guys look like Army Hammer, but like an off-brand.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a love child of like 2 A-list actors, like Ryan Gosling and Army Hammer or something.
This movie is just stuffed with really cool ideas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's all this movie is.
Yeah, like it was who directed it? It's Guillermo del Toro. That's right. Directed it.
I did not know that. That is. Oh really?
Yeah, and like I feel like he directed it and he just had like a yes man beside him and he was like, "What if we have to make all the robots work off 2 brains instead of 1? Okay, let's do it."
Guillermo del Toro isn't like that though. Usually, he made like Hellboy, right? And like
he made Hellboy 1 and 2, and he made King Arthur: Legend of the Sword.
Yeah, and that.
Those are he's famous for other stuff too, but that's.
Oh, is this the title card? Let's freaking go! This looks like Pixels.
Pixels 3, Pacific Rim.
Yeah. Academy Award-winning
actor Adam Sandler.
Yeah. I'm aware that the council has made a decision.
But given that it's a stupid decision, I have elected to ignore it. Wait, you see, I'm not really listening to what they're saying, but I already know exactly what they're saying because I've seen this exact scene in 1,000 movies. Oh, a big council on screens making a decision that's going to hurt a lot of people, and a big military commander who's trying to fight them, but, it's out of his control, so he's mildly disappointed.
I feel like I would be on their side this time, though.
Yeah.
Because they're probably like, you did what with our budget?
Hold on, you built giant Tonka toys?
We literally have nukes. Evacuate the city. We have everything we would need.
This is the year 2020. You know that, right? We have super nukes that'll only kill the kaiju and not the humans. We're very far advanced in technology now.
Did I mention we're in 2020?
Yes, the far-off year of 2020.
Yeah, this is not far off. Imagine 2020 just got so bad, it like literally just like outlandish stuff like this started happening.
Some of you will go home and to your families and have jobs. One of you will be the protagonist of this movie. The rest of you will die to cannon fodder whenever a monster attacks, inevitably.
That is your job now.
One guy's like, "Oh man, I sure hope that's not me. I have a family to go home to. Oh, it's you.
I could feel like I could take on the entire army myself. Really? Because that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. He's like, it's my last day on the job.
Yeah.
I can't wait for my daughter to graduate tomorrow.
You just look at this kid with like two broken legs and like a brain injury.
Put me in, coach. I can do it.
I can do it. I mean, he's asking us, so you know, if you could just sign this form, then you know you're good to go, kid. Actually,
he volunteered. I'm not taking advantage.
Yeah,
he asked to do it.
this is our Make-A-Wish, you know.
When did this movie come out originally?
I'm gonna say 2013.
2013.
Yeah,
All right.
that's my gut.
Let's put it to the test.
I tend to be right about these things. Not like trying to be like, oh, I'm so, but like somehow I just tend to be right.
It said 2018. I was like, that's not right, but it was 20.
That's the second
that was
one.
the second one. 2013. Look at you.
I have like a piece of my ear. I'm like, 2013.
This entire episode is actually that one episode from every single sitcom where they put an earpiece in your ear so that you can like say the right thing in the right situation.
I have like contacts in too, so they can see like everything going on. I'm just constantly like blinking really hard. Just something up with your eyes, man.
The person on the other side of the like in every sitcom, the person on the other side of the earpiece like spills coffee all over themselves.
Yeah.
It's like, man, so what do you think of Guillermo del Toro? You're
yeah.
like, oh, the hot coffee!
Yeah. At the critical moment, like everything goes out.
Oh, you didn't remember Charlie Day was in this?
No.
Okay. It is actually a really funny story how he got in this movie.
Okay.
So he, of course, he plays Charlie in
2,500 tons of awesome.
what do you call it? In It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And in that movie, he's always doing gross stuff. Guillermo del Toro was trying to find someone to fill this role in his movie, and he watched an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where Charlie is talking, like, has this really long, dark monologue about rats infesting the basement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was like, if you can talk about rats, you can talk about monsters, and hired him for this movie. There really are some people, like, whenever I see the protagonist of this movie, I can't remember his name to save my life.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm the protagonist. He looks like a video game protagonist from, like, you know, just the white generic guy who shoots guns.
He has the personality of one, too.
He does.
That, like, they don't give him any characteristics just so, like, it could be, like, you're playing it.
Yeah.
This guy looks like he could play, like, a very, very religious man in a very, like, old movie in, like, the Middle Ages. Like a monk or something.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's the haircut.
It's his face, too. Someone that would be, like, religious but would be, like, also a terrible person.
He looks like Jim Carrey's brother, who's less famous.
Yeah, okay. I have seen this guy somewhere. I swear.
Are you sure you're not just thinking of earlier in the movie?
No. It never feels like it.
Look it up.
Hold on. Everybody hold on.
He's also absolutely playing Charlie Day, but smart.
Yeah, he's also wearing the Jim Halpert right now.
Man, ever since you said that, now I can't. Whenever I see anyone in a white shirt that's kind of loose with a loose tie,
With a black tie.
it's like, oh, it's Jim Halpert.
Yeah. Oh, this guy looks like a de-aged William Dafoe.
Oh my gosh! Now, let's be clear. He does not look like a young William Dafoe.
Yes.
What he looks like is someone used technology to try and de-age
technology.
him. Bad technology to try and de-age him.
Yes. And give him, like, the worst haircut you've ever seen.
They Grand Moff Tarkined him.
Yes. Peter Cushing.
Peter
Cushing.
Dinklage?
Peter, yeah. I didn't know you knew who that was.
Of course I do.
The neural surge.
Peter Dinklage is in Pixels.
Well, where do you think I know him from? Pixels, obviously.
The Academy Award winner goes to.
Man, I sure do wonder if this guy's plan is going to work or if we're going to have to end up using Charlie Day's plan.
Okay. This guy was in The Dark Knight Rises.
It is going to work, Herman.
What?
I don't know as who, though.
Fortune favors the brave.
My bet is that he's one of those people that gets exiled and dies.
Or I'd be a rock star.
Remember when they're like walking
Yeah.
on the ice?
Oh, is he just one of those guys?
Maybe. I mean, I don't remember him.
Oh, I don't know if you caught this from the last scene, but did you hear Charlie Day's plan?
No.
It was to use the mind meld with a little part of the kaiju brain to figure out why they're coming over here in the first place.
She looks like no.
Okay.
That was his plan, and everyone was like,
with a human being.
"Yes," and they were like, "That would kill us." Also, that's a horrible plan. And the mean scientist is like, "Let's just drop a bomb in a wormhole and see how that goes."
Like sarcastically.
No, like that's the plan. That is the plan of the movie. That's the plan moving forward in this movie right now, is that they're going to drop an atomic bomb in a wormhole and see if anything bad happens.
They need the Avengers.
This is another Marvel scene where she sees him all ripped. Except for he doesn't actually look that ripped. He kind of looks kind of scraggly. I don't know how to put it.
I love how they both just forgot to shut the door. Nobody forgets to shut the door when they're like undressing.
Yeah, I've never ever gone to take off my clothes for any reason at any time without checking twice.
That is the most outlandish thing in this movie so far.
The robots, I buy. The kaiju, I buy. Them coming from a different dimension, sure, I'll take that wholesale. But they don't consider shutting the door before they change their clothes? No. That's too fantastical for me.
I think there's an entire lobe of your brain, like, dedicated to that, being like, if you're, like, taking a crap, and you're like, oh, let me make sure the door is triple locked, so nobody comes in. Or when you're undressing, or in your dressing room. You're always holding the door.
It's kind of like saving in a video game.
Yeah.
Or like if you're trying to do a document on Microsoft Word, you click the floppy disk, and then you click it again to make sure it took the first time. I always I shut the door, and then I'm like, wait, did I shut the door?
You're undressing, you're like, wait, did I save?
I'm undressing, I'm like, wait, did I cut the oven off?
The stove on?
When I'm undressing is actually when I remember all the things I forgot throughout the day.
Yeah. I did not know that this guy was British. Wait, that's not the main character! Wait, what? Everybody at this table is the same actor.
The guy on the right kind of looks like, who's that guy who plays Magneto, is in Assassin's Creed? Yeah, to his right there.
Oh, Michael Fassbender?
Yeah, he looks like off-brand Michael Fassbender.
Maybe a little bit. He looks like Michael Fassbender if he was like dusty and blonde.
He looks like Guillermo del Toro went to Dollar Tree to buy Michael Fassbender for the movie.
With a sharper jawline.
Okay, now I just made that claim. I want to remind everyone, I haven't seen this movie in almost a decade.
Yeah.
All right? And I wasn't paying close attention. So don't, we're going to see if I'm right. Let's see how this goes.
What was your claim again?
My claim is that it's going to be a fight where one of them says, I'm going to take it light on you, and the other one's like, well, I'm not going to take it light on you. And then the fight starts friendly and then gets increasingly more intense. And they find out they're about equally matched.
Okay, maybe we could get both our things. 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
About compatibility. It's a dialogue, not a fight. But I'm not gonna dial down my moves.
There it is!
There it is! We got one.
Then neither will I.
Yes,
Yes!
sir. Wow, this guy leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah,
He's like Obi-Wan or something.
But like Obi-Wan in the original movies, not Obi-Wan in the old ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's moving like old Obi-Wan.
When he's like, like 89.
Yeah.
2-1. Concentrate.
Oh, look at the tension rising.
Tutu. Better watch.
Tutu.
I just thought of something.
Yeah.
What does pole fighting have anything to do with fighting kaiju? What is
If
this
you could dodge a
program?
pole, you could dodge a kaiju. More control. Oh, they're surprisingly more equally matched than either one of them anticipated.
This just turns into like a PE class. Everyone's like running laps and doing like the pole climb.
Okay, you guys who've been chuckling, you have to run a lap around the court. Everyone else get in push-up position.
You think this is funny? This is the end of the freaking world.
Oh my. Thanks for that shot of Idris Elba putting his finger up his nose for all of us to see.
Maybe if I just take these Altoids.
You can add as much cool stuff on top of this as you want, or deep stuff, I mean, or, you know, try and talk about man against man, or man against himself, or whatever else. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna like your movie if you have big things punching other big things real stinking hard.
Which is exactly why you don't need all this crap.
I don't know, it's been working for me so far.
No, it's a cool idea. It's just they just don't make it make any sense in the end.
Yeah.
We're drift compatible. Did you feel our tension? Like that goes against what they were saying before.
Yeah, it does. It contradicts it.
Ready?
It's like up here they have like a DJ table. That's how like they control the
A Dance Dance Revolution thing comes out. Oh, I was great at these as a kid.
I knew you were my only partner.
This guy running.
Newton created a neural bridge from garbage and drifted with a kite.
English, please!
English, please. This is literally the scene from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he has the board with the string. No, it makes sense. It all makes sense.
He goes over to the board right here.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
in this office.
This is literally like his face in the meme.
That's actually pretty cool to have the kaiju be like sentient. I know to some degree with like Godzilla and everything, they have personalities, but like they really merge the personality with like animal instinct or whatever. I think it's awesome. Like, no, they're like this organized group of super powerful beings that are like.
I would love it if they came in like V formation or something. Like very, very controlled.
I'd love it if they came in like business suits, like like giant business suits and huge briefcases, and we're like, okay, we're here to do a hostile takeover. Like,
we actually don't want to cause any damage more than already done. We just want to talk. Actually,
we've come to evaluate your assets,
but like all they can hear is like, so they just start like shooting at him.
We really think that we can get the GDP way higher if you don't listen to us. Our economists believe.
All we're asking for is 8%, okay? for as many stocks as we can get.
And a controlling interest in the company.
Yes. I really think it's a real steal for you guys. And everyone's just like sitting there with like the subtitles.
Both out of alignment.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Obviously, both of them. If one of them is out of alignment, the other one is not in alignment with the first one. There's only the two, right?
English, please.
Okay, I don't know if you knew this. They actually built. So most of the robot is CG, obviously. They actually built a giant head for the Jaegers.
Oh, really?
It was 4 stories high, and it's a full set, and it shakes around like on these giant pistons or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would go in, and they had to wear this armor. It was really heavy armor too. an act inside.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
Whoa, maybe this shoe will fit her.
It's the same actor. this one right here.
De-aging technology is really advanced.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they took those giant heads and they would move around on pistons. So like everything that you see inside the head of one of those machines is like not CG. That's a real set that they move around.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny because in Iron Man, that suit in Iron Man, in the first Iron Man,
Yeah.
that's CG,
Yeah.
which is insane.
That is
I
crazy.
never would have guessed a million years that was CG.
Yeah, they did a good job with that. I don't know, man. The rules, they needed to do better with the rules. I agree with you. But this is really cool. Like this whole thing here, for how they're mind melding, where he has to help her deal with her trauma, and I'm assuming
I
she's
think
gonna have
it's
to
a
help him.
big hurdle to get over if you want to fight giant aliens, that you have to go through like mental mind therapy first.
Yeah.
It's like you have to. It's like you have to go through your character arc before you can fight the bad guy.
Wait, I haven't developed yet. I haven't learned anything new.
Wait, she's almost there. Give her time. She's about to learn her lesson at the end of the movie.
I think it's really good. I think that they could have just done a dumb monster movie, and they did. But this does make it a little deeper, a little more nuanced, and it makes me, like, I'm actually invested now in this character. Like, I understand why she wants to fight kaiju and why she's so motivated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand what he has to go through to connect with him. And I believe their connection way more.
Yeah.
And
I'll give you that one.
So, is the technology a little silly? Yeah.
I don't think the technology's silly. I think this movie just isn't good at following its own rules.
Yeah, that's what I mean to say. Like, did they execute it perfectly? No, not really. But that being said, so I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying that it's actually, I think this movie is richer because they have this element to it than it could have been.
Oh, now we're doing freaking Indiana Jones Uncharted. Let's add that to the list.
He's just looking to get another high from connecting with more kaiju brains. Oh, that was a good hit.
It's like that Black Mirror episode
Oh, yeah.
where he's like, he cannot not do it.
The lift plan from a category 2. What are you working on here? Is this a cuticle?
Is that the Goblin Glider?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck?
That's ridiculous.
Look,
shoes.
it's Hellboy wearing a John Perlman cosplay.
What is that?
Every scene of this movie, I love and hate equally. I don't know how to describe it.
I just want to say that is the third time someone has stuck something up their nose in this movie as well.
My favorite historical character.
What's going on?
They just fought each other. Wow, we could sync up.
Wait, we're
Apparently, the
Did
fact
you-
that we fought means that we're able to link up well.
punching him over and over. Did you feel that?
Hey, that was our commentary part 1. Tune in next week to see our commentary part 2, and the week after that to see the full feature-length commentary of the film. You know what to do.
And if you don't, ask someone.